It's Thursday, December 13th. I figure I haven't done a vlog in a half a month or so, so I'll carry along the camera today. I'm sure I got lots going on. I don't have anything planned, but I know I have some people stopping by the garage to come visit, and I have my friend Scott bringing back the cutter for the Swiss track, so we'll probably do my dad's floor on Saturday. But today's day 21 of my 21-day cleanse, and then I start tomorrow. I started a different platform, different programming. I'll share a little bit about that. I gotta go to the grocery store and shop for that. You know, funny people who are like, that stuff doesn't work. I said, well, I'm down 20 pounds in 20 days. So it kind of works, and then it's just up to me to build a new platform to work off of. So I haven't been able to work out all that much, or at least all that hard, because I don't know, the cleanse is probably 1,000 calories a day. So I'm going to be then increasing to probably 1,800, but I'm going to do the Eating for Life platform where I do 6 meals a day, 6 small meals a day, and then go to you do a cheat day. So today's Thursday. I'll do Friday, Saturday. Just power through, because all I want to do is eat some Cheetos right now after my 21-day cleanse. So I'm going to power through Friday, Saturday, and then do a cheat meal on Sunday. That's Adam LZ's open house I'm going down to. And then I have the, then I'll do strict for the week or so. And then I'll probably do that. I'm going to probably do that for about a month. And then I'm going to go to, I think I'm going to try intermittent fasting. Do you don't eat anything past 8 p.m. and then I guess wait till about 2 or 3 p.m. And try that and see how my body responds to that. So I'm gonna make a shake. One thing I was just noticing here, I always try to throw these little things in, but I've got a little stack of mail from yesterday. Michelle always brings the mail in, and I always just rifle through it. So every single day I just rifle through the mail and get it done every day, so I never have a stack of stuff. If I have a bill, I'll literally walk to the computer and pay it right now. And most things I have automated, but if there's something that I don't get often, then I'll go and pay it like immediately. That's a little, kind of like having a zero inbox, email inbox, same thing with this. I have a zero mailbox as well. So I'm gonna make a shake. I got 3 shakes. And then I'm gonna head to the gym, and then we'll go over to the garage and show you the chaos that's going on with all these darn pressure washers, and take you through the day. I've about reached my darn limit though. Having 3 of these, 2 to 3 of these every single day for 21 days, well, this is day 21, is brutal. I have a Vitamix mixer, and I sat there and did research for hours and hours and hours. I struggle with these, like, because these things started as like your typical, it's kind of like the Ninja, highly marketed bull crap, and after having had this for a while, they've become legitimate. Sometimes that does happen with the highly marketed crap. Whether it's an exhaust or a pressure washer or a detailing product, sometimes that happens. Gotta go put my towels away. I think this is the towel for Bead Maker. It's a 550 GSM, I think, instead of like 1,000 GSM twist loop. And it's a little lower pile, but I think that might be the towel. I throw this in the car so I don't forget, but I sold my diffuser. Really, really, really nice. Just not really my style. I didn't like how it looked, so I pulled it off in like a few hours. All right, here we go. I did RX 3 miles, 10 burpees every 7 minutes, 30-20. Pretty slow. All right, I'm going back to Old Faithful. I've been doing this since, I want to say 2003, whenever this book was published. Yep, here you go, 2003. And so I'm basically making my list of all the stuff I need to get. So I plan out breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. So I got all the stuff that I need, so I'll run to the grocery store about 2 o'clock today. I gotta come home because Michelle has a photo shoot tonight. Can't wait for my HREs to get here. I've been tempted to buy some spacers just so I have them, but we'll wait. Gosh, I like my new plate. I think it looks good. I'd call myself a loose Orlando Magic fan. And then, of course, my plate frame is sick. Alright, so let's go get this prepped and ready to ship. Alright, so I got all the adhesive off. I wiped it, used a little bit of Tarex. Wiped it down with some IPA, and now I'm going to put 3M tape on it, get it ready to go. Got it ready to go. I had to clean up a little spot there on each side, so now it's like new, ready to ship out. Since I sold it for a $200 discount, I shouldn't have done any of that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, here it begins. I've now got all our bucket stuff here. Apparently we didn't get our blue bases, but we're going to build, I'm building a configurator, so you'll be able to choose, do you want gray wheels, do you want red wheels, do you want how do you want your Gamma Seal lids? Do you want them all to be blue or all to be black or red, black, blue? Whatever combination you can dream up, you'll be able to build out. And so we're going to have all this stuff here. What I've been doing is drop shipping these. So they drop shipped from GritGuard direct. So I didn't have the option to do any other variants. The price is going to come down too, because I'm buying an even bigger bulk quantity. I still have this exhaust. Somebody buy that thing for me. And then all our buckets are up there. So I got the very specific Letica 6-gallon buckets. So that's coming. I got it all boxed up and ready to go. That's the diffuser. So you guys haven't met Bryce yet. He's been doing all my media stuff, but he's working on the video. We uploaded the video yesterday, and the darn 4K, I think we're done with 4K for a little while. YouTube is just problematic. I mean, because I'm doing longer format videos, and so uploading 4K takes hours and hours and hours, and then processing sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. So it's just become too problematic to deal with. So we're going to go back to 1080p for a while. I'm going to shoot in 4K and then just render it in 1080p. So what I'm doing now is just digging through. I got some emails to dig through. Here's another one. Our guy's a pressure washer and he's trying to figure out how to connect it. And so these packages that I'm putting together with the pressure washing system is going to be, I think, a very, very significant thing in the world of detailing and even just home care for people who will buy these inexpensive pressure washers and then can't figure out how to connect it, especially the ones with the really funky 15mm fittings. And then I'll continue to develop, and I'll go to companies that have them make different quick disconnects to make it simpler and simpler and smaller connection loops where you have less fittings that we need to work out. So I'm going to work through some emails here. Send some money to some places like the rag company, and then I'll come back to you and let you know what's going on. All right, here we go. Prevost. So I just made a what did I buy? $23,000 worth of Prevost. All the different blow guns. I'm adopting or bringing in the industrial standard as well as the Euro. We already have the Euro standard that I have a little bit of dribs and drabs. But I'm finishing out, building out the product line. I've been working on this for weeks to figure out what part, because they have a 300-page catalog with 100 items on every page, and so figuring out what I think we need, and then some accessory things around the fringe of all the products that I think you would need to build a robust system, compressed air system. And so I just got off the phone with Brad, and just sort of negotiating what my deal is and how we're going to get it here. And so I'm going to have a massive shipment of Prevost stuff, and then Bryce, who I just introduced you, Bryce will have to take photos. This has been really helpful for me, so that I can go work on projects and make videos and things like that, to have him help me build the products. If you've noticed a little quicker flow in products showing up in the store, like the garden hoses, we got them and then boom, I got it up. And so the development, all of these things takes months and months and months and months to work out. So now that I've got Prevost in the works, I have to get that in here, get that inventory turning, so that way then I can start the inventory or the building of the interior package. So behind the scenes I've been working on that. And so I'm getting a bit more efficient now that I have help. Chris, screens my emails and gets me the ones that I need to get to, and then, answers a lot of basic questions and things like that, and, moves stuff around and keeps that organized. We're also going to be likely bringing my bookkeeping in-house here. I have an external bookkeeper, so he's working with the bookkeeper to learn that process. Of course, my dad runs all the logistics, my mom runs all the packing, and then they each have an assistant that works for them. So we're building an actual corporate structure here, and keeping things as efficient as possible. Regardless, I have one email where a guy's not happy. I guess we didn't follow up quick enough or something. It still happens, but much less often than I would guess other places because of the high level of organization. So the things that are coming here, and maybe I'll show you in a minute, configurators for a bunch of different product lines. So like for instance, the whole Ryobi product line, I'm not selling into the Ryobi pressure washers, but all the different ancillary steps, we're going to have a configurator where you can choose, do you want quick disconnects? Do you want garden hose? Do you want an inlet hose? Do you want do you want a gun, a wand, a foam cannon? And it'll all be properly vetted and sized, and you'll be able to kind of work your way through. Same thing with the bucket package. And so we're working diligently on that, and without the staff, without the backup people, I wouldn't get any of this stuff done. So although it scares the crap out of me being responsible for all these humans, it's kind of a necessary evil. What I don't want to end up with is a bunch of people sitting around and a bunch of redundancy. I mean, we are all literally, from the moment we walk in the door to the moment we leave, and working on getting stuff done. It's pretty incredible what these guys are able to accomplish in a day. It's just, it's hopefully, I'm creating what I hope to be an obsessed culture. And I'm strategically choosing people to fit a certain role, and hopefully that role that they enjoy, and then a role that suits their skill set, so that I can continue to go out and do my thing. So place that order, and still working on some emails. I'm going to have my stinky shake here, so choke that down. This will be my last shake, 21 days of pain. And so I'm down again about 20 pounds, which is great, and hopefully I gotta keep that off. Alright, so I got my 10th new shirt company, and so these look like they came out better than ever. So we got new, I did order some extra larges. The print is way crisper and tighter and nicer, so that's exciting. Alright, so as I'm sitting here kind of cleaning up my inbox, I should probably clarify something that I was thinking about from my recent video of me discussing what obsessive compulsive disorder means to me, and how it relates, and how it's how it affects my life. I didn't mention, as I was kind of washing my car and just talking through the whole, what I go through and the demons that I have, nothing's really changed. It's not like I'm any better or worse. This is just the way my life has been, where I'm in constant checking myself out. Am I crazy now, or am I okay? Am I okay? Am I okay? Am I okay? How about now? Now? No? Yes? And of course I'm losing my freaking front tooth, which is ridiculous. And so then the phobia of all that goes into that kind of flares it up, and then it kind of ebbs and flows depending on what's going on with me at the time. But I wanted to clarify that I'm not any worse off. Like, I've had trouble driving for the last 4 years. I've had trouble obviously going to any kind of doctor or anything like that. I have trouble when I'm watching a show and something just triggers me on TV or whatever. Or the most difficult part I have is when I'm talking to someone, and if you ever see me fidgeting or something like that, it's because I'm trying to work out of whatever death spiral my mind is headed toward. And I think it's part of what makes me who I am. It's part of the struggle. It's part of the humbling. Despite the confidence that I have, I've been humbled over and over and over again through this deal. And so for the last, since my meltdown, 4.5 years ago, I've just been in constant battle internally about this. And so when it first happened, it took me months to get out of it, where I was in just a basic endless anxiety loop, anxiety disorder loop, and it just fed on itself over and over and over again. And then once I sort of worked my way out of that, I'm able to, with techniques that I've developed in order to sort of get out of that funk. But the thing that's frustrating is I'm just always battling it, like always trying to push it down. And so what this current episode with having to get my darn tooth fixed gets me all freaked out and panicky, and of course I passed out and afterward, and then it takes me a while to dig out of that, and I'm already starting to fidget now just thinking about it. But it's my curse, so I'm not on the edge or the brink. I just have to work through the funk, and then I have people drive me around for a little while, and I kind of work my way back to it. It just frustrates me because I'm not a gifted driver, but I am a skilled driver from I don't have a lot of anger, and I follow at precise distances, and think about yourself. I'm just a very organized, very calm, very collected driver, and so I'm a better driver than most, 99% of the population. Not from an aggression perspective or a going to the track or lap time perspective, but just from a calculating perspective. And so it just hacks me off because I enjoy it so much, and yet it's one of those things like, oh man, am I freaking out? Am I gonna end up in a ditch? And then there's this constant loop that I can't get out of. And so that's the struggle, and I have no fear or worry about telling anybody this stuff. I just try to avoid it because I don't like talking about it. So it's less about the weakness of it and more about I just don't want to talk about it because it gets at me all squirrely, inside. And I'm realizing that when I do, just pushing that stuff down isn't helpful. And when I do talk about it, it helps me. And it, what I've learned in the last video, it's pretty incredible how much it can help others. So, but I wanted to clarify that I'm not on the brink of disaster, or I guess I am on the brink of disaster, but I've been on the brink of disaster since you've known me on this channel for the last 4 years or so. I've been on the brink since day one, and I really, it's not that I'm trying to hide it. That's just my natural reaction is to act normal, be normal. Because if I act crazy, then it doesn't feel good. So anyway, I figured I'd clarify that so you didn't feel bad for me. I mean, you should feel bad for me because there's a house of horrors in my brain, and I don't mean to make a joke of it. But the way that you can help me is stop saying I'm so OCD. That's stupid. I'm so obsessive compulsive disorder. First of all, that's not even a phrase. It's not even a sentence. So stop connecting being organized with obsessive compulsive disorder. They're two totally separate things. They have nothing to do with one another. So stop saying that. It's stupid, and it's frustrating to those of us that do have some house of horrors in our brain. So anyway, just thought I'd share that. Seriously sidetracked here. We're sitting here. I'm giving a Porsche car configurator schooling. So I got a little sidetracked on my $241,000 car that I can't get. So maybe I'll someday have to do it in the aftermarket, do a second-hand car and find it with this spec. I don't think they ever even had the magnesium wheels. I still think they're not available. They're $13,000 for the wheels. But I would get them. Well, I didn't get anything done I was planning on getting done. I never even got through my emails. This is what happens to me every day. I had Keith from P&S come, stop by. We're talking about detailing and stuff. And I had Scott from Black Tide Digital Marketing, good friend of mine. And we just sat and talked for hours. And, that's for 2.5 hours in my office just talking about, business and marketing, and that's my intent. Is like something like that. I don't normally record, but when I do the membership program, it's not stuff that I want to just put out online, but with the stuff that we're talking about, I think is, could be of value to people. And so that's what I would put behind the, the membership platform, behind the paywall there. So that kind of stuff is something I'd have a camera at all times ready to go to just turn on, the discussion with Keith, discussion with Scott, and we would just put it up there. So at least that's the intent. So anyway, we'll run to the grocery store, and then my mom's bailing me out. I've got to watch Kate and Ryan, because Michelle has a photo shoot. She's the photographer, and she does a photo shoot for the Orlando Country Club and the Santa stuff. So I'm running to the grocery store so I can get some food, so I can do some meal prepping for tomorrow, so that I don't slide back to 240 again really quickly. And then we're gonna work on, my mom and I are gonna work on the home theater. We're gonna clean the windows, and I've got to paint the wall, the touch up, and I ordered some new acoustic treatments, which will probably be here next week. So anyway, run to the grocery store real fast. Always DFZ. Keeps me in shape. Always got to park that far out. These old geezers always drive over all the parking spaces like frickin' idiots. Drives me nuts. Drive to the end and then go left. You don't have to drive across parking spaces. That's how you get in an accident. Tip to you younger folks. Oh, and always take your cart back. Oh shoot. Must resist. Just keep walking. Boom. 15 minutes done. I'm much better at meal prepping and planning when I actually do it. If I let Michelle do it, I don't do as well. And I really don't mind it. She hates it. I like grocery shopping, but what I don't like is getting off the couch to go do it, or leaving a project that I'm working on. Dang, I can't wait to get a front lip on that thing and some wheels on it. Without the lip, the front end just looks so weird to me. And I'm afraid, I hope the mode carbon doesn't drop or droop like my other ones do, and then when the tape fails. Winners take their cart back, no matter how far away it is, even if you're parked all the way across the parking lot. Dang it, I love Florida. 72 degrees, beautiful. Oh shoot, I got a little carried away with the back roads there. The food's kind of all over the place. I got a new one of these because see how it got all jacked up. And then I'm gonna paint the wall like where they put the mini split, and the darn thing's crooked. So I don't know if I can do anything about that. But I want to touch up the wall and touch up the baseboards because they're a little jacked up. I ended up rolling the whole wall. So the wall's painted. I just touched up the baseboard there that was all jacked up, so that'll dry. Touched up a couple of other spots. So the home theater's looking good. I got this window done. Gotta clean this window off. I think I just decided I might sell my JTR sub. What I'd really like to have are a Fathom F113 in all four corners. I've already got one back here, and I'd have much more balanced sound. So if I did that, and then a 77-inch OLED, be rolling. Painted, windows are clean, vacuumed. I got my little goofy desk here, and I do a lot of streaming stuff, or not streaming, but Zoom meetings. My mom and I certainly can get a project done, that's for sure. You're not going to believe this one, but somebody wanted an autographed picture of old Maddie here for Christmas. So let's see what this picture looks like. Alrighty, there's the old picture of Maddie. I've got to sign it and send it. Pretty cool. Alright, got to whip up some chili. Got all my ingredients. Loudmouth is back, as you can tell. And I got to go out and help Rara with his layups here in a second. Cooking up the chili, and then turn my fancy hood on since I bought this thing. And I'm cooking a pumpkin cheesecake, protein-based pumpkin cheesecake, which you have as your late night snack. So you're gonna cook that up. All right, KB, my pie's done. I'm about to put it in. My chili is coming to a boil, and I'll be prepped for dinner and snack, late night snack for the week. And then all I have to do is make some sandwich for lunch, and I'll make my breakfasts each day. All right, so that's the wrap for tonight, Katie Bell. Me and Princess are gonna do some snuggling, and I didn't do a whole heck of a lot at the garage today, but I did get some stuff done around the house, which is a rarity, and I did meet with some people, learned some stuff, thought through some stuff. I got the Prevo stuff ordered, that's big, and Bryce and Chris got a lot done for me today while I was screwing around doing my thing. Anyway, thanks for watching. More vlog stuff coming soon. Say, stay tuned for more crazy, Katie Bell. She's watching some Disney business. Peace out. What happens when the force pulls you back, your foot naturally comes off the gas. You have to keep your foot to the floor, to the floor.